right, we're here for the first league of today. I'm Tandy, and we're playing Mono Green Devotion. This deck is basically one of the most powerful decks I have ever played in any format. It's a ramp deck that doubles as a combo deck. It doubles as a toolbox deck. It triples as an aggro deck and quadruples as, I don't know, you get it. It's diverse in what it can do. It's extremely powerful. It has a lot of combo centric turns that are kind of hard to parse at first, but once you start playing out the cards, you kind of see things keep growing, and a lot of your combo kind of consists of hitting things off Storm the Festival, knowing what to go get with Karn at basically all times. It's a very powerful and diverse strategy. I will say that in the grand scheme of things, I would classify this as a linear ramp deck, right? But when I say it's a diverse strategy, I mean it's hard to attack. It's hard to like pinpoint down one spot where it's vulnerable. If I had to guess any spot that's vulnerable, I'd say Elvish Mystic and Land Elves are the exploitation points. If you're playing a deck that can kill those for 1 mana, you can sometimes, make a little well for yourself in the game and try to cobble together some aggressive stuff afterwards and beat them down before they cast their old growth trolls and Cavalier of Thorns and such. But for the most part, the deck is extremely consistent, can fight through removal quite nicely, and just has this crazy toolbox with Karn the Great Crater that just makes it so hard for your opponent to defend against everything. This is, in my opinion, the best deck in Pioneer, and it sets the pace for the rest of the field. You know, it's rare that you get a deck that you would consider the best deck, but it loses to a bunch of stuff. But those decks only exist in the format because Mono Green exists, right? Like, if Mono Green wasn't around, more mid-range decks would be around, and way fewer aggro decks. Because aggro decks do occasionally get to steal some wins against Mono Green when the pilot is inefficient, or when the sequencing or mulligans are bad, or the draws are bad, or whatever, right? There's a fail rate to playing a deck like this, and it's drawing all mana, or drawing too many expensive things, and then your elves die. I think this deck should probably catch a ban at some point, but I don't really know their goals for the format. Like, you can make a pretty big argument for banning NYKTHOS outright, but they just made it a promo, so I think that's going to be a difficult sell. You could make the argument of rebanning Oath of Nissa because it's already been banned once, and it would severely hurt the consistency of the deck. You can make an argument for banning Karn the Great Creator because it's a Planeswalker toolbox that does so much, and it's actually kind of oppressive for artifact decks in the format, randomly. And you can also make an argument for banning Kiora because it's a Planeswalker that has a ton of loyalty. It allows you to do crazy shit with NYKTHOS and untapping it. It's kind of the glue that holds the deck together. You could even make an argument for banning Storm the Festival. This deck existed before Storm the Festival, and it was not nearly as good. And Storm the Festival, I think, really put it into overdrive. The fact that you can, like, Storm the Festival twice in the same turn, you can Cavalier of Thorns and find Storm the Festival, everything just works really well together. The flex slots, there's essentially 3 flex slots on the deck. We have a Sky Sovereign, a Lovestruck Beast, and a Sylvan Caryatid. These 3 flex slots are basically the only thing in the deck that are malleable, outside of like changing a forest to a lair or a forest to a Beseju. I think you can maybe do that, but I wouldn't recommend it. Makes you less consistent, but each of them has their strengths. More Beseju means you're better against Leyline Binding. More Lair of the Hydra, when you play Lovestruck Beast, means you can attack with Lovestruck Beast more often. The flex slot of Lovestruck Beast we're playing is because it's good against aggro decks. 5/5 body, blocks well. It draws a card off of Cure, which is nice. It's not that bad of a hit off Storm the Festival. It's not great, but, we could do much worse. This might be better as, like, Jade Light Ranger if we're, like, going pure stats or whatever. But Lovestruck Beast gives you 2 bodies against mono white, 1 white and 1 green, so you don't lose to Brave the Elements sometimes. You can trade with 2 1s, but it also just is a huge blocker on some tough turns. The one of Sylvan Caryatid, I'll stand by. I loved playing 2, but I got flooded every now and then. But playing 1 has always felt right. So to me, the Sylvan Caryatid is kind of locked as well. And this Sky Sovereign is currently great against Rakdos. It's good against aggro. It's just a good card. We find it with Karn all the time, but we're playing 1 main, 1 board, so we can hit it off Storm and draw it more regularly. It's excellent against Rakdos midrange. Excellent. Sideboard. 3 Voracious Hydras, the standout. This is going to come in against aggro. I have a weird sideboard plan I want to implement today where I'm going to try cutting Karn altogether against some of my aggro opponents. Bring in 3 Voracious Hydra, the Chariot, and maybe one other artifact based on the matchup. Anyway, that's NYKTHOS Ramp, aka Monogreen Devotion. Let's go ahead and get to the league. I'll keep. Look, sometimes you just got to try to get shit banned, you know? You got to play the stupid thing until it gets banned. I wrote an article about this yesterday, Eric, on my Patreon. If you want to find it, I'll link y'all to it right now. It's not a sideboard guide per se. It's more like a matchup guide. Talks about the things that are important for each of the matchups. How I would sideboard with my Voracious Hydras, but also Karn priority. There's also some explanation for the build. If any of that seems like something you'd be interested in. I'm already feeling a little bit of lag. Probably not great. Probably still migrating shit. Blood Crypt, alright. Yeah, I don't think it was there either, Bobby. Dino the Bugbear. Probably Rakdos mid. Roxa. I think I'm just gonna discard a forest and take 3. I'm gonna Karn and get a land. That way I can be guaranteed to Cavalier next turn. Just, we could have discarded Kiora instead and not taking damage, but I want to get max value out of my Karn immediately, and I don't mind taking 3 damage too much. Dreadbore is more than fine. It's going to be kind of hard for him to kill Cavalier. Next turn, we can probably go Kiora plus Cavalier. Find the NYKTHOS. And a Storm the Festival in the graveyard. Are you going to try to LCQ for Atlanta? If someone from around here is going, then I might. Opponent has conceded the game. Where you going? Where you going? All right, I think this is a no changes scenario. I'm going to keep. Mulliganing in this matchup is not great. And elves are not 100% to survive. In fact, I would say they're very, very small chance to survive. So mulliganing for an elf is bad. I think Wolfwillow could be the play. If they thought Seas are Wolfwillow, then we may just need to naturally draw lands, but that's okay. Oh, it's a great draw. Smooth things out. I'm going to take the elf, but I don't love it. Yo! Cam with a tier 2, dude. 47 months? What's the name of Chicken Pot Pie is going on in here? Oh, we're just playing some mono green, you know. Back-to-back Oath of Nissa. The first one, good. The second one, not as much. I'm going to take the land. That was a great hit. Then we'll play the elf. And it's probably going to get stomped or whatever, but it might not. Hey, it's a stomp. I think maybe even taking the elf is wrong because it gives them a target for stomp. Maybe I should just take the other Cavalier with only 2 lands. It just seems so loose, you know? Like here, I think I'm going to play Kiora. Well, now I'm going to play Kiora plus elf. That was another good draw. The next turn we'll Troll or Cavalier, depending. We could just play Troll, and it's like kind of hard for them to beat or whatever, but getting the Kiora down first means the Troll can draw me a card. And we're not under that much pressure at the moment. Yeah, see, they're just like straight up Dreadboard the Kiora, that's fine. Beta push on the elf is also fine. They have 1 card left. We'll play the Troll with them on low resources, and it should be very strong. They're going to have to, like, Extinction Event or something at some point, but then they'll lose their Bone Man. They could Lily minus, but then we get extra mana next turn. Thoughtseize is okay. My hand's still juiced. Click the Karn, but if they attack, we can block and then maybe play Cavalier next turn. And we will be blocking. All right, we'll just Wolf Willow, say go. We're playing defensively here. Next turn, if they don't do anything, we can attack and then play Cavalier. Now that they have Castle Lockthwain, we are way more incentivized to be aggressive. Shield Dread's a little annoying. We can't be that aggressive with the old Growth Troll anymore, but it's not like scary. It's not like we actually draw a bunch of cards physically. But now we can Cavalier, look for Nykthos, and then maybe next turn go crazy with Karn. Their Castle Lockthwain is going to be extremely good for them now. Mason Esports Clark with the 10 months. Welcome back, my friend. Thanks for the resub. Cam, I hope you're having a wonderful day, my man. I miss you, dude. Mirrors like it's yesterday. We was reconnecting. You came in the stream. You were like, Totimus Maximus. How goes it? All right, well, we can storm more Karn. Storm's probably better for now. All right, we hit Cure and Nykthos, and then we can Karn also. Wow, what a sicko. It's going to be Sky Sovereign for perfects. We'll kill the Bone Man. It's fine. Young Frugal coming in with a 3 months says it's been a while and I missed your content. Good to be back. Rip Reclamation. Yo, Frugal. I miss you too, man. Thanks for the resub. I miss Reclamation. I wish it was around. It's one of my faves. Prinny, thanks for the follow. Feels like an easy trade with Shieldred if they let me. Wow. All right, we didn't minus the Karn yet, so we'll just take an Elf instead. We'll draw a card off that thing. Ouchies. Oh, that's actually bad. Let's see, we'll minus. We can get a lot of stuff. I think Chainveil's probably it. Chainveil just lets us kind of go infinite, I think. All right, whatever. Easiest game of my life. In that situation, it literally just does not matter what I do as long as I don't physically draw too many cards and die. All right, we'll keep. We got a mana to start. We got a 3-drop, and we got Oath of Nissa, so we can use our mana in a bunch of ways. Should our elf get killed? Deck bullies you out of the whole format. I mean, you quit. You could have played it. You know, you could have switched the aggro. Could do it, all sorts of stuff. All right, I want to try to get under veto. I think I'm just gonna play a 5/5 and like force them to beat this while I do other shit. Like if they're counterspelling me, I want them to be taking 5 damage along the way, you know? I'm gonna battle with both. I'm sorry, Michael. I wish you could prime sub. I really do. You can open a browser though, maybe. Do you think that'll help? You think that could work? All right, we're gonna go get I don't know what. I don't know what. Maybe Chariot to rebuy after Wrath. If we get Wrath next turn, we can play Chariots. I guess we can play Godfair Statue as well. I'm assuming we're getting Wrath, and we'll just rebuild. Well, if they're not Wrathing, I'm gonna minus and go get Needle. It's never settle. Never play around settle. Your opponents never have settle. The 1 out of 1,000 matches when they do have settle, you can't win anyway. We get settled, so be it. I will lose to settle every day for the rest of my life. Well, it's hyperbole, but it's still somewhat true, you know? I'm not like speaking in riddles or whatever. We'll play Chariot. If they Wrath us, we'll just plus the card on the Chariot, right? Right. All right, no changes. No changes. You know what's great? Not having a sideboard. It's kind of awesome, actually. Settle scarred you for life. That's why, Grayson. Here it is, man. This is the thing I've learned most about Magic and poker, both, right? Is that your opponents will have it sometimes, and there is nothing you can do about it, okay? And the times that you play around the thing cost you so dearly to every other card, and nothing is more transparent in that aspect than the difference in walking into settle and playing around it versus walking right into the Wandering Emperor, okay? And so basically what I just decided at some point was that not enough people play Settle the Wreckage. You know, you might get got by it every now and then, but not enough people play it, and you might as well just pretend it doesn't exist. If you are at like, you know, if your opponent's at like 5, right? You don't attack with everything. You know, you attack with like half your squad or whatever. But like, if you would just delete the card, Settle the Wreckage from your memory, you would win more matches of Magic than if you left it there. You know, you're only going to lose a Settle 1 out of like 50 games or something to blue-white because not many people play it. You know? And even when they do play it, sometimes they don't draw it. All right, well, we mulligan. If we don't draw a land, we're in trouble. But if we draw a land, we're in business. In business. If we draw a land now, we can go Kiora Troll. If not, we'll probably just play Kiora and hope it sticks. Never didn't have it. That's right. That's always been my philosophy, Seeker. Just make them have it, you know? Like, sometimes they have it and you lose, but most of the time they don't, and then you win and you don't get bluffed and you don't get shit on for skipping your turn or skipping your attack phase or whatever. Like, in this scenario, no matter what I do, like, I'm probably going to lose the game, so I'm going to just pretend like they don't have a thing. You know? If you just pretend like they don't have it, you'll win more. Another Sharky Typhoon? What the fuck's going on? Oh, okay. March. Well, I thought it was Teferi. That's my bad. I was conceding to Teferi. I don't give a shit about Baneslayer Angel. That's a big whoops. All right, we'll keep this one, but I'm not in love with it. That's a big whoops. I'd already conceded. Imagine playing Deserted Beach. I would do the same thing we did last time. We'll just go for the Love Struck Beast beatdown plan to put some pressure on him. What's your take on Blue-Eyed 80 versus 60? I would prefer 60, but they're both bad. And the only reason I don't want to play Yorion is because there's not enough stuff to Yorion. Not enough stuff to blink. No, don't march my elf. Oh, my 5/5. Elf? Elf one time? Ruh-roh. Not feeling this one, chats. Not feeling this one. Maybe I shouldn't have kept this hand. Rest in peace? Okay. I tried boarding Rest in Peace against Mono Green once. Did not go well. Forgot Low Strike had other techs? Yeah. It's a dud sometimes. Wah, 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 wah. Wah, wah, wah. Alright. Land for Karn, please. I'm gonna go get Dark Steel. Tanny, love the Apex gaming coverage, the other gauntlet that you do with Ross. Keep up the great work. Thanks, Icarus. Appreciate the kind words, my friend. Like, this card's not unplayably bad in the matchup, but all my guard to do something anyway, right? All right, let's get this countered. Sancer. Okay. But that feels good, huh? I'm gonna get Godfrey statue, I think. In case I actually no. I'm gonna get Pithy Needle in case I draw lands off the Cavalier. Buster? Buster's not bad. I just think there's a chance they play Teferi and I'm in trouble, right? And I just really want a Needle to maybe slow down for a turn. They go land, hold up Absorb, and have Absorb, I'm in trouble. Alright, well, let's hope they don't have Censor or I draw the land to play around it. Well, we need mana is what we need. And we need them to not have a specific thing. They don't have layers left? I will play the, like, guaranteed double spell turn. I'm gonna plus, but not target anything. That way next turn we can maybe get Bankbuster or Godfair Statue or something. If we draw a land, we can maybe Meteor Golem? I don't know. I feel like they're just gonna Portable Hold this or March this, and then I'm still in bad shape. Cycle Sensor is great news. Land untapped. Oh, but no answer for the Needle. Perfect. So this is probably a Shark Typhoon or Castle. So I'm gonna attack with Old Growth Troll, I think, but I can NYKTHOS first to gain a mana. So let's see what we want to do. All right, so I can statue or meteor golem. Statue, they just cycled a sensor. I think that's the second sensor of the game, so they might not have another. We can go get either of those. I have a feeling no matter what I get, it's going to get counterspelled. I can blow up the rest in peace. That'll make stuff better. I could also just blow up Teferi to make sure that a top back portable or something doesn't wreck me. I think that's what I'm going to do. That way I can also attack face. Okay, that's fine. Karn just drawing a counter spell. I mean, we've already got a land and a Pithing Needle off of it. I'm going to attack the Teferi in case they draw something. I want to be able to maybe pressure it to kill it. Since this has trample, it can get through the castle as well. Warning Emperor is fine. Any Wrath or whatever would have gotten this anyway. Now, we can Storm or we can Cavalier. Oh, we're short. I'm dumb. I messed up. That sucks. Thought I had one more mana. Should have just counted. They can plus this, but it doesn't do a ton, so they have to have another answer for this. They can still find an answer to Needle. If we hit another NYKTHOS off Cavalier, we can go again immediately. Play Storm. Get Chariot, play Storm? Maybe. Chariot did seem like it could have been good there. Alright, just hit a regular land. Alright, I'm going to attack the Wandering Emperor since they didn't kill the Pith Needle last turn. We're going to try to just clear the thing that's in play. Inactive. Alright, so this has trample. If they're activating castle, that's fine, right? Wonder if they know it has trample. Okay, well, Wandering Emperor and the token are going to die. Just a mistake. They should just have a 1-1. No, Pequal. It was just a migration to a different server for a different company to keep it under tabs. If we don't use NYKTHOS before, we can get Cav to storm off any untapped land. They had Field of Ruin active. I didn't want to lose a mana. In case I hit another NYKTHOS, I could just immediately play Storm again, but maybe you're right. Alright, so here's a main phase Field of Ruin, maybe? We'll go get a forest. Alright, again, we're just not going to play around Settle. They're at 15. Let's go this one at Teferi and this one at face. That way we can kill the Teferi. They can block with Castle. We can post-combat Storm and look for Planeswalkers. Alright, let's Storm and Norman. Playing this is interesting. Foretold, that's probably Counterspell. It's probably not Doomscar, right? They already showed me saw it coming last game. What's up, Digital? Doing pretty good, my man. Hope you're doing well. Wandering Emperor. Okay. So minus on this. We'll Storm and then attack. Maybe they hit this one. Alright, just looking for Planeswalkers here, basically. Oh, it's Kiora, I guess. a good draw. We can draw another card. I will attack down the Wandering Emperor before it becomes a problem of any kind. Skyboat. Skyboat's nice. Maybe I go face now because the Skyboat can kill this if they Wrath me. I don't hate that, actually. And a plus on this next turn is nothing. So they have to deal with this and the Sky Sovereign. And the Cavalier. You can also maybe Cavalier into NYKTHOS and also play Sky Sovereign. Alright, so it's Behold the Multiverse. Interesting, okay. So it wasn't a Saw coming. I guess that makes sense why they would tap out otherwise. I haven't seen them peak wall, but I don't even know what they look like, to be honest. The Lair of the Hydra. We'll play a Sky Sovereign, see if this resolves. I think I'm just gonna go face. Maybe go one Emperor face. I thought they might just have another one too, yeah. So they'll just exile the one that's going face. They have 2 cards in hand. Most of my cards are gone off of the Cavaliers, I guess. This other cure wasn't so good, but the Lair of the Hydra is maybe very good here. Even if we get Wrath, we still have the Lair. Memory Deluge, now they're looking for verdicts. Yeah, we could play around second Emperor by going face-face, right? And then they take 4 damage. That was the line. I don't know. I guess that was better than attacking 1-1. 1-1 was like got fogged by the second one, which kind of sucked. Now they have to chump block with Ardenvale. Just wanted to find my last Karn, man. Alright, so we'll go this face. They have to block it. This face, and then this Wandering Emperor. And they'll Ardenvale chump this, or they'll kill this somehow, and then this will die. March on the land. Tilt. It's another Emperor. Okay. Guess I should play an elf there post-combat. I don't know. I'm gonna deck myself. Rest in Peace is a lot better when the games go long, I'll give you that. Guess maybe I'll side out Carotid. I'm gonna make a 2/2 and play an elf and just kind of run into stuff now. They have Hall, so they're gonna be able to block next turn. They're gonna have a 1/1. I mean, I've played with Rip before against this matchup, and Rip is very good when you have a bunch of verdicts and a bunch of counter spells. If you play it on turn 2, it's great. You know, if you have the right answers, but sometimes your answers just don't line up, and you wish Rest in Peace was like anything that could kill an old growth troll or whatever, right? Like they've also drawn like pretty well. I mean, we've drawn pretty well too. Like it's just been a long, grindy game, and Rest in Peace is going to look good in a long, grindy game. Taking out the wolf instead of the pith and needle, you love to see it. So now they can block with Hall. What do we do? What can we do? What can we do, chat? Man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can still activate Hall. That's so busted. What card we do? I know. But now if we don't attack, they can activate Castle Vantress to make their draw better. Look, man, I'm just saying, why don't y'all go play it yourself, you know? Yes! Rest in Peace is the best card in the whole world against Mono Green. Praise be. Praise be, Rest in Peace. You know, if you side in 4 Rest in Peace against Mono Green, you'll definitely do well against Mono Green. Just go ahead. Tandy approved sideboard card. 4 of these come in against Mono Green. The deck that plays NYKTHOS. Bring it in. It's you're winning the game with it. It's great. Bring it in and just keep on bringing it in, chat. I also just like played this game in a way that made me lose to the Rest in Peace. I could have played way differently. You know what really won them the game, actually, was milling over 3 Karns with my Cavalier of Thorns. Hey! See if they found a counterspell. Yeah, I was thinking Chain Veil 2 to go again, but we don't have that much devotion, so it's not actually that good. We can turn the needle into a creature. I might actually be able to kill him this turn if I do it right. Because I can activate this Cure multiple times. So the first one, we're going to animate NYKTHOS. Alright, so what can I get now? I can get Sky Sovereign, I can kill this token. They cannot activate Hall and make a token. Shadow Spear? I don't think we can get our thing big enough. And they have to block Hydra with Hall. We Sky Sovereign this down. Alright, this is assuming like that the last card in their hand's nothing. It wasn't Counterspell. Let's swing in. We found the line. It was extremely complicated. This was maybe not necessary, but maybe good for later. So they're gonna march something. So they're gonna animate Hall and march something? Okay. So now I don't really want to attack because I'm pretty sure they have march. Although they might have been bluffing with Castle Ardenville. It's like a weird thing they could have done. Make it look like it was march. We're going to swing in no matter what. They're going to march something, block something, take some damage, and then we can God Throw a statue and maybe kill him with Sky Sovereign next turn. If it's settled, settle. I always lose a settle. I don't really care. So this is going to be like block troll, pop lair. I'm pretty sure it was a bluff because they would just target the lair. It was a bluff. How did I call that, chat? Do you know how well I just called the bluff of the fucking settle? Right? Because the way that they tapped the castle first made it seem like they were sinking mana into it. Right? Playing against Yorion could be that like mono white Yorion deck, could be Fire's deck. When it's on 6. The Nicol Bolas thing was really cool for a minute. It was great against mid-range, but honestly, Sky Sovereign's maybe better. Nicol Bolas was great against control, but control kind of fell off. So now what do we got left? We have aggro and mid-range. And so you want Left Shark Beast, you want Sylvan Caryatid, you want Sky Sovereign. There's so much aggro in the format, you just like can't afford to play Teferi. I do think Teferi was better than Nicol Bolas because it just went infinite with Chain Veil so easily. And if it's all mirrors all the time, I think Teferi's great. But it's just too often you playing against aggro and you just need something to do that affects the board. Interesting mana. Alright, so it's this silly deck. Do we just play Kiora instead of Karn? What are we getting with Karn? We can't even do anything with the next turn. Our 5th mana source might also be bricked. I guess we could get a land with it. Cure not free though. Cure's -1. So if we cure now, we can maybe storm next turn. Just do that. I'm gonna trade a loyalty for a damage. Yep, if you kept up with recent trends, Aidfinity, you'll just see like a huge push towards things that are better against aggro decks. And I think that's just where you have to be at the moment. Tapped Blood Crypt. Okay, okay. Storm and Norman. Troll Cavalier seems easy. Get to draw 2 cards. We've already minused. We get a land, we can play Oath and then still play a land. Nice, nice. There's all our lands. Omen of the Sea. These plus turn wasn't bad. Considering I started the turn with very little to nothing. And now, even now, if they play Enigmatic, I don't really mind, right? What's the worst a 3-drop can do? If they go Fires Enigmatic, we have to worry about a 5-drop. I don't think a 5-drop's that particularly strong. And next turn, we just are... Unless they Rakdos somehow, we're just out of control next turn. Alright, what's up, Cam? Because I like it, Scoots. Steak or giant bowl of spicy coconut seafood ramen? For lunch? Or just in general? They exile my graveyard? That's rude as shit. For lunch, easy ramen. Steak for lunch, unless it's like hibachi with fried rice and just a little bit of steak. But if it's like a big fucking 10-ounce steak or 12-ounce steak or whatever, miss me with that at lunchtime, man. I ain't trying to be on the toilet. Alright, so this is easy. This is not. I think we just statue, right? Just make their life harder. We can attack with a huge lair this turn too, though. Like we can NYKTHOS. Oh no, we messed up. Yeah, we can NYKTHOS, play Cure, untap this, activate, but then we can't hit with a lair. That's fine. Alright, let's play the land. I'm gonna attack because we can make this a 1-1 to block. I think we're supposed to get Chainville and blow through some Kioras. We don't have that much mana to NYKTHOS, so the Kioras aren't that good. I don't think that it actually accomplishes that much except burns Kiora. And I'm not really in the mood to do that, I don't think. We will keep the Karn on 3 so that we can activate again next turn. You could be right, Squee. It just didn't feel like we had enough devotion to warrant burning a bunch of Kioras for like +1 mana each time or whatever. I don't think that that's the case, Dark Skittle. I think that it's... The win rate's fine. It's more that like they just made NYKTHOS a promo. And the deck has natural predators, right? Alright, maybe now we get Chainville, and then we might have the combo here. I don't actually think we do, though. This Chainville lets me cast activate, untap. Alright, well, we're gonna just see what we can do. Play backup NYKTHOS. Activate again. Just vibes. I don't know it's right, but it's just vibes. So plus this, minus this. Yeah, we'll go get the Meteor Golem, I guess, or Sky Sovereign. Then we go sort of burst back Karn Kiora, and they both can be activated like 18 times. I didn't even, that's not even what I meant to do, dude. Oh well. So this is technically infinite. We're gonna restorative burst. So you cancel. I guess we'll minus again, whatever. Shadow Spear. Alright, so we'll play the Kiora, play the Karn. I'm combo killing them this turn. I'm not letting them on tap. Bad stuff can happen if I let them on tap. We're gonna use. I'm gonna show y'all how this works. You can just like announce the shit in real life or whatever. You don't have to do everything that I'm doing. All right, so we'll play the elf and tap this, and then we -4 restorative burst. That's not Cauldron. We haven't gained enough life yet. So I don't want to do this just yet. So what do we do? What's this? Minus. We can just untap the Cauldron a bunch. Yeah, but I don't have a backup cure, and I can only do it 3 times right this second. So I'm just gonna do one more cycle through. Alright, so now we go minus the Karn, go get Pestilent Cauldron. We play Pestilent Cauldron off of this for black. And we each opponent mills. Opponent mills. Two cards in library. 16 in graveyard, 3 in hand. Okay. And that's how the deck works. Alright, so let's see what everything's in their deck. So our Fire's Invention, they have Agent. They had a bunch of 3-drops. Oh no, they have Trial of Ambition. Yeah, they're trying to time me out, but that's just not going to happen. I play too fast. I'm just looking at their graveyard. Urban Utopia. Okay, so this is the same as Nylea's Presence, except it doesn't work with Chain to the Rocks, I guess. They have a Deputy, Sarah, Paragon. I don't think we're citing anything in, so I just want to look at their deck while I can. Right now we're in sideboard time. This is not burning my clock, so. Bunch of bindings. They have a Scarab God, a Titan of Industry. Okay. How'd you make treasure again? Untapping Reckoner Bankbuster a bunch. It makes a treasure when you do the third one. Oh, no worries, Andrew. If anyone's new here, I do have a Patreon. I just wrote about this deck and a bunch of the things about it. I have a lot of content on Pioneer in general. If that's something you'd be interested in, you maybe want to check it out. I stream Monday through Friday, except for Wednesdays usually. Today I'm streaming, but I don't normally stream on Wednesday. Wednesday's my day that I write my article. Guess we just take Kiora. We have another Oath, and the Kiora lets us do some cool stuff with Wolfwillow Havens, so we'll just do that. Wednesday's usually the day I write my article, but I work Monday through Friday. Stream 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. playing Pioneer specifically. That sounds like something up your alley. Control, thanks for the follow. My opponent has all the mana colors, right? Cool. By Yorion. Alright. We're gonna go Wolfwillow, play a free Kiora. Gonna get some mana. Find the Boseiju, excellent. Another Karn, good. Here we go. Did you ever hear anything about commentating for DreamHack? I don't think that they're doing full-blown ski coverage. I think they have contracted Anzid to do it, or Anzid's doing it on his own. And I have talked to Anzid, and I'm waiting to hear back from him. All right, Skyclave on the Kiora, bummer. Much less mana now than we had last turn, but I'll just blow that up and make a 3/3 and move on with my life, you know? I'm gonna hold on to the Boseiju for as long as I can. Alright, well, now I'm gonna Cavalier instead. That's a bit better than Sky Sovereign, I think. Maybe I should have just killed this. Maybe that was better. This is better for NYKTHOS next turn, though, but I mean, they have all sorts of shit that can make me sack. Alright, so now we just get back and go Cure back. I think I'm just gonna get Storm the Festival and cast it. Not really sure what to do. I know they have Sky Noodle in hand. They can blink the trial, so there's a chance that my Storm just gets completely bricked off. I can go just Sky Sovereign to pop the Skyclave. I think it's just what I want to do. And that just makes the Yorion just like a nothing burger next turn. Like they can eat my 3/3, that's fine, right? We could kill Fires, but I'd rather save it for Enigmatic. If I can. We can also animate this and then Besage you for 1. The Siegeman. That's fine. We don't care much about the Siegeman. Now they're going to play Yorion and they're going to blink a bunch of shits. I can kill the Trial, so I save my thing, but I think I'll just lose my token. I think that's okay. Yeah, I don't want to, though. I mean, they just pay the 5 for the Sky Noodle, and it's the same thing. Okay. Might lose this one. When are you going to see more Red Wedding? I had some on Monday. I played it on Friday. Or no, I played it on Friday. I don't know, man. I can't play the same deck every day, you know? We did not find something to crew. That's such a huge bummer. Alright, but we can maybe... Let's see. Instead of Elf, I maybe should have took NYKTHOS, and then I can untap NYKTHOS. Not enough, though, right? Turn costs 6, activated abilities cost 2. Yeah. I think I'm just gonna get pummeled now. Alright, so Cure's gonna die. I'm probably gonna take a bunch of damage. Am I just dead, actually? Or 11, I have to chump block? Okay, so they're sending both the Cura. Just a face. I just let Cure die. I can't stop it, right? I'll just take the 3. Hey, Tanny, almost done with my second Pioneer deck, the Gruul Bushwhacker deck. Nice. That's pretty good. Deck's pretty sweet. It's been doing really well lately, too. Right, so we save it for the Enigmatic. They get a land, though. I don't know why they paid mana for it. They have Fire's Invention. Alright, well, they didn't do anything except Enigmatic last turn, so I don't know if the last cards in their hand do much. See if they go for me or Karn. Going for me. Do I go to 1? What's the difference between 2 and 1? Not a lot. I'll go to 1. Probably gonna get Rhinoed or whatever. Yeah. Alright. I feel like I played that deck, or that turn. I feel like I played that game badly. You know? Like, there was a couple turns where I could have done slightly different things, sequenced a little bit better. I don't think I want Voracious Hydra in the matchup, although it might be fine. Now that I know that they have the Doctor, it's probably better than Lovestruck, Carroted, Sky Sovereign. Let's do that instead. The Sky Sovereign's like okay, not great. Being able to fight a Yorion, or like they don't have that much instant speed removal. Generally, Voracious Hydra is going to be bad against instant speed removal. They have Leyline Binding, so maybe that's worth. Maybe we only do 2 and we keep the Sky Sovereign. They have a lot of little guys the Sky Sovereign kills, so maybe Sky Sovereign's good. They have Edicts though, so Character's not so great. They have Wrath effects probably of some kind, maybe after sideboard. I don't know. Lovestruck Beast is not something you need in like mid-range matchups. Definitely keep this one. Unfortunately, can't go Haven plus Cure on 2. We're just gonna go Cure as they go. We could trade a loyalty for a damage, but I think I want to keep it high just in case. Last game they got knocked down a couple times. All right, so this is free. We can play a 5-drop here. Draw a card. Cruising USA. Found the NYKTHOS as well. All right, let's see if they can deal with both of these. And then they have to be Storm. We can Karn minus. Got a lot of little things we can do the next few turns. Turn 2 Cure, very strong, very strong. Well, they didn't play a land, so that means they're dead. Elf is free with NYKTHOS. So we can go Karn. Let's see, we can do this down to 4, up to 6, 7, 8, 9. So we can play a 5-drop, or we can just play a 4-drop with like Bankbuster activate, Chainveil. It's making you throw up in your mouth. Ooh, gross. I am going to, I think, Pestilent Cauldron. I'm going to return 2 old Growth Trolls to my hand, maybe. Gonna play for the longer game. I think this is just a slightly better use of my mana since I have the Cures and the NYKTHOS, and they miss a land drop, right? Like, no matter what 3-drop they play, this next turn with this and this is just game over. So they have to Leyline Binding if they got it. Just concede. That's fine too. Well, PJ, that's why we don't play Arena, my man. We use the superior but older program of Magic the Gathering Online. We're going to keep and hope we just draw running lands for the whole game. I don't know what to put back. What we put back is really dependent on what our opponent's playing, but I think I'm going to put back a Karn because it's just the most expensive. And any payoff's fine as long as we hit our mana, and we just want to keep our cheap things so we can defend against aggro stuff. All right, if we naturally draw land, I think I'll Heart's Desire first. Maybe not, though. All right. Naturally do the land. Next turn we'll Wolfwillow. That'll guarantee a 3-drop. And if we draw one land in the next 2 draws, it allows us to guarantee a Kiora untap, play Old Growth Troll or Love Shark Beast and draw a card. That'll be nice. Burning Tree is very scary. They're going to have at least one unfettered turn. So let's just hope it's not too bad. This turn, like, we can't really challenge them. So we're going to take a big hit next turn, and then the turn after that, we can maybe start stabilizing. If we were on the play, we'd maybe have a shot. But on the draw here, we're probably a little too slow. Burning Tree Emissary flexing. This matchup is very bad for us, and why we're playing the Love Shark Beast. Is Tron Girl a play on Gone Girl? I just thought of that. Oh, another Burning Tree. Very cool. And, oh man, did they just have the nuts? That's pretty good. I think I'll block the Squee token, maybe? It's very bad for me. You just like Tron? Yeah, but like, you know, Gone Girl, Tron Girl. I just thought about it. I thought maybe. All right, well, we are in some dookie. But this is why, like, mono green is okay to exist, right? Aggro decks can do this on turn 3. Like, why is this okay? You know? Like, I know that my deck's fucked, right? I know that this is bannable. But why is this card legal? You know? This card also should not be legal. There's like 10 cards in Pioneer that are just like far and away better than other cards. Do I gamble? Does it matter? Am I dead if I play this? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we're just dead. Whatever. I mean, what am I supposed to do? Win the die roll, Tandy. All right, so we're going to try boarding out the Karns. This is the whole reason I've been playing the deck today. I want to try that. I want to board in this. I'm going to trim a Storm. We're going to just try a sideboard plan that involves cutting some of our more expensive stuff in favor of sideboard things that allow us to use our mana variably. I've tried being faster greeny tea, but it makes me less consistent. And I've tried being luckier, but I spend it all getting married to the most wonderful woman on the planet. Exactly, Neon Lights. That's why the mono green deck is not really bannable, but it's also one of the reasons why Pioneer is kind of a shit show. Because if you're not just doing the most fucked up linear thing possible, then, you know, you just lose to dumpy mid-range stuff. And if you play aggro, a lot of times you just lose to Rakdos, but this deck just beats the absolute shit out of all the mid-range stuff, so I don't know. It's like an Boros. What a Chad, no sarcasm? Did you like how seamless it was, too? I swear I don't have these locked in my back pocket. I just, it is what it is. You know? Still better than Modern? I had a lot of fun playing Modern the other day. I won my RCQ in Rona last Saturday playing Modern, and I never really played Modern. And the whole time I kept thinking, like, is this what I've been missing? Like, this stuff's good. It's pretty fun. I don't know. Like, I played some Modern on stream the other day. It was not fun. And I think there are some cards in Modern that are just not okay also, but I don't have the legs to stand on in that sense, you know? Yeah, Modern is way more deck dependent, or like you can change your deck a bunch. In this format, it's like very rock paper scissors. That's definitely true. Cavalier for sure. Old Growth Troll probably. I mean, this is my turn 3. This is also not okay, right? Like this is not gonna flip. Next turn, I get to play Storm and Festival from the graveyard very easily. Oh, what's up, Zoe? Glad to have you. I like modern when I win as well, and I hate modern when I lose. But that's not the case in Pioneer. I hate Pioneer when I'm winning a bunch. I mean, I think that's fine, Martin. Fetch lands have ruined Magic. They make mana way too good. They have completely absorbed all identity of the modern format. This attack is not remotely close to good enough. We're going to take like 4 damage and eat 2 things. The 2 biggest things are this Legion Loyalist and Swiftspear. Like, my draw is crazy, right? The turn 3 Storm the Festival into 2 giant monsters. And we're still like, I'm not dead. I mean, you know, I'm not like in jeopardy, but like, this is still kind of scary, you know? Well, the problem with Legacy is far beyond my reach. There's no way I'm going to be able to help fix any issues like that, unfortunately. Well, they all progress towards vintage when you allow fetch lands to exist, right? Is that good or? Do I want the Shadow Spear in the deck? If I do, over what? Maybe over. I think I want to keep the other Storm in the Festival. Maybe I trim an Oath of Nissa. Oath of Nissa just feels like cap. Shadow Spear without a way to tutor for it, though, also feels kind of bad. And they are about hitting in huge bursts of damage, so I'll just leave it be. I agree with that, Greeny T, but they don't, unfortunately. I feel like that would have saved a lot of headaches 20 years ago whenever they first made them. All right, we're going to keep this one, but we can easily fall behind and we can get overrun because we're on the draw. But my courier is not one that I'm super afraid of. Doesn't hit hard, and I'm willing to trade at basically all junctures for it, so. And they don't have a ton of ways to clear blockers, so it's possible that we just trade next turn with an elf. I don't know. Maybe I just go for the troll on 2, though. Aggro got a lot harder for us to beat when we started playing the Burning Tree. When we stopped playing Burning Tree Emissary. Burning Tree Emissary on our side allowed us to keep up with aggro pretty well. Because it was just a free 2/2 that enabled NYKTHOS and gave us a little bit of aggression against control and stuff too, you know? Right, Legion Loyalist. Okay, so we cannot block. That's okay. We'll take the 3. We're at 16. They have 3 cards in hand. We have to be aware of plenty of scary things. I mean, they could also just do what they want to do, and they could just errata the card to say basic on it, right? I know it's been too long, but has it really? Has it been too long? Is it too late? I don't think so. Banning fetches at the beginning of Pioneer was literally the best thing they could have possibly done. It makes the format so much more identifiable. Arca's commands, okay? Well, we're going to be at 9. I'm going to block the Legion Loyalist, I think. They'll get an extra card out of Bomat, but they're going to have to wait and use it in a weird spot. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how any deck is really supposed to compete with starts like this, right? Like, triple 1-drop, burning trees, whatever, right? And Fabled Passage, yeah. That one's probably too good, honestly. But now my elf can block next turn. We're at 9. Gotta stop this somehow. I mean, my hand's all air too, like 5 mana sources. I mean, this is crazy. It's crazy, man. It's too much. Too much. We are extremely dead, but we're going to play it out because we might get lucky. But we don't have Karn in our deck, so we can't even get that lucky, right? We can't even go for like Karn Tutor for thing. So maybe we have to have Karn in the deck because it's the only way we can survive in some spots. It's tough. Like, they're going to attack with everything. We block Burn Tree, we block Bowmat. They draw 4 cards. Right? They can play whatever they drew pre-combat. If it's another Tarkus command, we take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then they have 4 cards in hand. So very scary stuff. Prismatic Vista is only okay if Prismatic Vista is only okay if you also, I don't know. Prismatic Vista is fine. I wish they had just made the old dual lands different though. They could have just played Reckless Bushwhacker. Guess not. They could have not attacked the Burning Tree. I think attacking with this was a mistake. Attack with your 2 flyers and your Bowmat, draw 4 cards, you know? All right, well, we're going to sit back and try to block. Yeah, the old 7 mana 2/2. We could have also just like threatened lethal with a Lair of the Hydra, maybe. Maybe that was better. Force them to block. They might just mess up and die to the Lair of the Hydra. Arizev's expertise. I don't think this is lethal. 6. Yeah, we go. Oh, I guess they can play anything from hand. Any haste or any burn spell. Okay, well, we block here, we take 6, and then we kill them. They attack with everything. Maybe they're not dead. I don't know if I have lethal. This is 4. We need to make this a 6 or 7. All right, so let's see what we got. So this is 6. Yeah, that's lethal. They just punted and we won because of it. Easy. 4-0. Oh, we got to predict. Should not have won that one, though, but that's okay. People mess up all the time. any card in the hand was a forest. This would be a keep. We're gonna mull. That's okay. This hand we're gonna keep, but I don't love it. I'm gonna put back Sky Sovereign, I think. Everything else is just a little bit cheaper. I'm not sure exactly what we're playing against. Okay, well, we got a tough matchup for our 5-0. Let's see if we can get lucky. We lost the die roll and we mulligan and we don't have a mana accelerator. We could easily just get beat down. Yeah, rip your points, Isaac. I can beat this matchup with my sideboard plan. I know that for a fact. And I'm gonna try it. Like, I'm gonna cut the Karns and I'm gonna try the Voracious Hydras and see how it goes. Roy, what are you talking about? You bet against, man. You're gonna get rich. Don't you like getting rich? All right, any mana accelerator, please? Oh, it's good. It's good. Next turn we go Kiora plus Troll. Right on schedule. Rather watch you win? Well, that's fair. It is what it is. NYKTHOS bad confirmed? Yeah, it doesn't even tap for green. What a chump card. This is a lot of damage coming in. And if they also have Brave the Elements, then we're probably just going to get kecked in a turn or two. Every single aggro deck does this, though. It's not really a problem. It's just the nature of the format, right? All right, we're not dead to Brave next turn. But we are dead to land Adeline Brave. I believe. What do they do? Just going to Brave hit me for 4 and then Brave next turn? We have to do some serious shit next turn to be able to win this game, chat. Assuming that they have Brave, which is what I'm gambling on. Iganjo? Iganjo is actually nuts for me because we get to go double troll. We might kill him next turn if they have Iganjo. Why wouldn't they Brave pre-combat? I don't know. I guess it's Iganjo. You're probably right. Iganjo, we can maybe kill them. Because the extra mana, it stays in play for the NYKTHOS. We get to go NYKTHOS, grow troll, NYKTHOS, untap, Karn, activate, something like that. They just let it happen. I don't understand. I understand more now. Alright. Alright, let's try to kill him. The extra cure is actually cracked for us. Free elf. Alright. We can't kill them. We can get Sky Sovereign, which protects us. Chainveil? Does Chainveil work? Chainveil might work. We haven't played a land yet. So Chainveil plus activate puts me at 0 mana. Cure can untap the Wolf Willow. And then I'm dead. Okay, so it can't be Chainveil yet. It's gotta be Chainveil next turn, maybe. So Sky Sovereign comes down, it kills something, it gives me a colorless blocker. I think that's good. Yeah, we don't have enough to Chainveil this turn, but we can maybe Chainveil next turn. I could also go Shadow Spear, equip attack, gain 5, put me at 13. I think that's actually worse, though. can also besiege you the chef at Dune, so we just don't get... They don't get the buff. I'm gonna attack for 4 also, I think. Guess we also could have made it 2-2. I don't think we kill specialists. I'm gonna kill the lieutenant. Killing specialist means it can attack. If they go for another extraction specialist on lieutenant, they're not attacking for lethal. We get to block with Sky Sovereign. The Sky Sovereign also can get blown up by the Hopeful Initiate if they have like another way to put counters on something. Killing Extraction Specialist is fine, but Thal's Lieutenant can get big enough where it's kind of scary. Like Specialist Wall would just be a 3-2 lifelink. The only downside is, you're right, is just putting the Lieutenant in the graveyard. It's the only scary thing. Alright, so now they can activate to blow up the Sky Sovereign. Shrinks their team pretty significantly, though. Okay, so now we can... Through this... I'm going to attack with everything, I think. Or maybe not. If they blow this up now... Alright, we'll just move to combat, see what they do. And then they blow this up. We attack with nothing. I think we can just combo kill them, though, so... We go get Chain Veil. Activate Chain Veil. Let's see, we have another Kiora, so let's do... Let's see this first. Activate again. Yeah, we can still NYKTHOS. Okay. So we get Bankbuster here, maybe? Or no, we get Pestilent Cauldron. We can kill the Karn in a second. Alright. GG. Easy. Alright, let's cut the Karns. Let's try the Voracious Hydras, the Chariots, and the Sky Sovereign. Cut a Storm. Maybe we keep the Storm, and we cut a Kiora instead. I think cutting Kiora is okay. We can Storm into like our big things. Yeah. I'm curious. I'm curious what the who has the most points. I know Sparrow's got close to 1 million. Is 6.5K a lot? I mean, it is in my heart, you know? Define a lot? I don't know. Define illegal. Alright, just don't brutal me, bro. Don't brutal Cathar me, bro. Never bet against mono green? That's fair. Greeny says I have 50K right now. Nice. Alright, well, this is a big attack coming in. 5 damage. Ouchies. We need to find something good here. Attack for 1. Next turn we can... I don't know if next turn if I want a Sky Sovereign or if I want a Cavalier. I think it's Sky Sovereign. But I guess no, they put a counter here. Wow, we're just so dead. Doesn't matter. All right, well, maybe we'll be on the play with a slightly better draw. You know, not having anything to do there is kind of gross. Sky Sovereign just like doesn't even do anything. Okay. Maybe we can only combo kill. Maybe on the play I just go back. The Voracious Hydras are good though, man. I don't know. All right, we're just gonna try this. That's fine. I'm gonna see if I can overwhelm on the play with stuff. We're gonna keep, but I don't love it. But I do think that Sylvan Keratin is quite strong in this matchup. How do you go into Atlanta? I don't know yet. I might try to go LCQ since I qualified for the new one. All right, well, we can't even block. That's a tilt. All right, we'll put up a 4/4 blocker. Let's see if they have Brutal Cathar. If they have Brutal Cathar plus attack for 5, I'm in some trouble. But if they don't, I can maybe go NYKTHOS, Storm the Festival next turn. Maybe even Cavalier as well if I get a little lucky. Yeah, me too. Me too. All right, Deck and Stone. All right, well, that's not great, to be honest. But we can still do stuff. I'm going to go for Storm. I think. Maybe we go Cavalier because it's guaranteed, but I'm playing Elf as well. The problem is we're just always potentially dead to like Brave the Elements, you know? If they don't have Brave and they don't have a way to clear Cavalier, we're in business. If they just play a couple more creatures, I am obviously very afraid of a Brave on the next turn, though. Some Gold Sentinel, okay. It's going to eat something. All right, so if they 4/10... Okay, we were dead to Brave there, so they didn't have it. So let's hope our things go well this turn. Sky Sovereign Troll. Let's see, I could kill Soldier, the Pantheon. It's the biggest. Luminarch is big and also adds one more, so let's just kill that. Pop Clue, see if we draw anything. Oh, did that protect that? Am I dumb? I am. Whoops. Big mistake. Big mistake. We also could have activated NYKTHOS before casting Cavalier. If we had another NYKTHOS, we would have been fine. I think Sky Sovereign keeps us from dying this turn with Brave. I might have should have attacked for 5. I guess we couldn't because this was indestructible, so they could have just blocked. Next turn we'll crew attack, Cavalier, double storm from the graveyard, maybe. Yeah, boat's really good against Brave as well, I agree. So they can do this, right? Coven. Coven attack for 5. I think I block, actually, with the Sky Sovereign. All right, no cards in hand. If they attack with everybody, I guess I just gotta see what they do, and I gotta count up and see if Brave's lethal next turn. Alright, so if they make it a 6 power, 7 power, I'm definitely gonna block. Yeah, now they're just putting everything out of Sky Sovereign range, so this is an easy trade. They can eat one of the storms, not both. Now we can actually get aggressive, though, maybe. 5, 10, 14. All right, let's go. Let's just pop off, yeah? All right, we're just going to pop off. Let's pop off. We'll gain a life. Big deal. All right, so let's go this. Play this. Trigger on. Activate this. 22 mana. We'll go Storm again from the grave. Cavalier, look for another Storm. Found it, nice. Another Storm, we'll go NYKTHOS Oath. Elf, NYKTHOS. Storm again. Looking for the Sky Sovereign. We put it on the bottom now, I just think, though, but Wolfalo Kiora. Alright, whatever. That's fine. Alright, that like you can see the which columns are a lot worse now, right? Storms are a lot worse now. Just hope they don't draw. They have to block this. They'll probably block with the 1/1 Lieutenant. We'll attack with everything they can attack. So this is a chump block. And this is this many attacking. 15. Alright, so they chump block this, take 15. Then we just hope they don't draw Brave for one turn. Cross your fingers. No Brave. No Brave. We did it! We did it, chat. We're in business. Let's go! Let's go, chat! Sideboard plan doing work. We didn't even draw the Voracious Hydras. Oh, yeah. Choose outcome. Easy 5-0. Easy 5-0. Is Teferi not in anymore? So all the Planeswalkers are just worse against aggro, right? And a lot of the builds have been moving towards 3 Lovestruck Beasts. These are the 3 flex slots. These right here. These are the flex slots of spells. And so these 3 cards can be whatever you want them to be. And each of those cards is just like slightly better against some stuff, slightly worse against some stuff. And right now, though, just like aggro is good. And so you need to have some concession there. 1 card in deck better for a situation like this. So it's possible that I should not be boarding out all the cards. This is the thing, right? This is my experimental sideboard plan of like boarding in these 4 for these 4, or like you know, these 5 for. Let me do this. So this has been the sideboard plan, right? These 5 for these 5. This is what I've been doing in the aggro matchups to see. Sometimes I cut a Storm over the Kiora, right? I'll do this instead. But Storm into Cavalier and Old Growth Troll is pretty good. So I think I'm going to trim a Kiora. But I really honestly don't know what the right number of cuts of any particular card is. So I'm more so just trying to get a feel for it, you know? Yeah, Teferi is way better in the mirror because you can infinite combo with Chain Veil very easily. But Teferi is very bad against aggro. And it's not that great if your opponent is disrupting you a bunch. Like, it can draw a card, I guess, but it's just like a mana guy. I feel like I broke it, right? I didn't break it, but it's broken. It's already solved. That's one reason why I'm not a big fan of playing this deck on stream that much. Because everyone knows it's fucked up. Everyone understands it's fucked up. But it just, it's still allowed, you know?